If you're a fan of creamy dishes, you'll love this vegan leek and mushroom pasta recipe. Quick and easy midweek dinner the whole family will love. Today I'm going to share with you one of my all-time favourite recipes. It only takes 20 minutes to make and a handful of ingredients that are interchangeable, but I know that you will absolutely love it. It's actually a recipe that I first started making before I became vegan, and I used cream, but now we've changed it for a vegan white sauce that's one of the staples in our kitchen. Stick around until the end to see how creamy and rich this recipe really is. Now, as always, you can find this recipe over at heartfultable.com. That will link for you in the description below. Now let's get cooking. To a large pot, add water and bring it to a boil. Give it a good pinch of salt as well. In the meantime, let's start on the sauce. Chop off the root of the leek and then cut it lengthways to expose the inside layers where the dirt builds up as it grows. Give it a good wash in between each layer, focusing particularly on the sections I just showed you. Now, just a little tip, I've always actually used as much of the leek as I possibly can until it gets to that really tough part, which is the darker sort of green. This is still good to use. I've gone ahead and chopped it off at the top, but most of you will actually just use like the white to the lighter green part. This is still all good. Just reduces more waste. Just saute it for another minute or two before you add in the rest and you're good to go. Finally, slice the darker leek section and add to a large skillet on medium-high heat with 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Saute the leek until it begins to soften, which will take around 3 minutes, and then add in the rest of the chopped leek and cook for a further 5 minutes. Once the water is boiling, add 400 grams of whichever pasta you'd like to use, cooking as per packet instructions. Slice the mushrooms and add them to the skillet, cooking for a further 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Now we can make the white sauce. To a high-speed blender, add 1 cup of raw cashews, a 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt and some cracked pepper. Top it with 1.5 cups of water and blend until smooth. Add the sauce to the leek and mushrooms and stir well. Once the pasta is cooked, drain it and set it aside. Simmer the sauce on low heat for about 4 to 5 minutes until it thickens. So with this sauce, once it's come out of the blender, it's going to be quite thick. So if you're doing it that way, add the pasta straight away and serve it straight away. If you're serving it later on, add a little bit more water, or if you like it a little bit thinner, you can add some water in there as well. It just depends on how thick you like your creamy sauce. Add in the cooked pasta and stir well to combine. Adjust the seasoning if it's necessary. This dish can be made as a starter or main. Use whatever variety of pasta you like. It can be easily made gluten-free, and you can use other vegetables if you have them in the fridge. If you're after a recipe that is quick, easy, filling and delicious, this leek and mushroom pasta with a creamy white sauce is going to make your weeknight dinner a breeze. Happy cooking!